What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to the channel. Before we get into this, please make sure you subscribe. If you're new here, my name is Izzy and I'm a journalist, and I make videos here on YouTube where I visit different animal shelters. I speak to them about the work they do, but also raising awareness on different topics and issues, and speaking about the challenges that they face day to day. I also speak to different charities and organisations about how they help animals change people's lives. This can be from hearing dogs to guide dogs to animal assisted therapy. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy this, and let's find out where we are off to today. So today I'm off to Doncaster to Mayflower Animal Sanctuary. Now, they've been rescuing animals since 2003 and their main focus is cats and dogs. Now, it was set up by a small group of people who were all volunteers for a charity called Animals in Need back in the year 2000, and then they spent that time from up until 2003 working to set up Mayflower Animal Sanctuary, which is what they did, and that is sort of where it all began. We're going to find out a little bit more about that, as well as the work they do and the different topics and issues that they want to raise awareness on. I did see on their website that one year their vet bills were nearly £100,000, so I'd love to find out a little bit more about sort of how that's impacted them, whether that's still an issue for them, whether they're still going up, etc. So yeah, let's head to Doncaster and find out a little bit more. So I'm here at Mayflower Animal Sanctuary, and this is Callie, and she's been in the shelter for about a year now, and we're going to find out a little bit more about her story, as well as the work here that the team does. The shelter all started.
So Mayflower Sanctuary was set up in 2003 on this very site, so it's not been moved about or anything. We're here where we set our roots. It opens its doors around June time in 2003, where we went from a few concrete blocks to where we are now, which is two main parts of the sanctuary, our cattery and kennels, with 4 blocks in each, so we really have expanded, and we plan to continue expanding into the future. We currently rehome around 400 animals each year, which is really good. So yeah, that's where we're at now.
And what is the main ethos here and what you stand for?
Our ethos is providing the care, the rehabilitation and the welfare standards that a lot of these animals require when they come into us. We see neglect, whether intentional or not. We see dogs that may have been mistreated in the past. We take in strays that may or may not have been inside a home before, and we take in animals that maybe haven't had the care that they require due to cost of living crisis, the increased fees of veterinary bills, as well as just situations that can't be helped, whether that's relationship splits, a change in accommodation. It's usually people that are needing to rent, and landlords won't accept the pets. So a lot of those situations sometimes can't be helped, as well as, like I say, sometimes it's the ones that are in desperate need that we are also there for. So our ethos is always to provide the best care for those animals when they come into us, and to make sure that they go on to responsible, loving homes in the future.
And what are the main topics and issues that you feel like need more awareness when it comes to dogs and cats?
So for both, dogs and cats, one of the key things at the minute is the cost of keeping them. The general cost of living crisis means pet food, as well as human necessities, have all increased in price, and a lot of people find themselves having to prioritise other things over their animals through no fault of their own. As well as that cost of living, there's also the increases in veterinary bills, whether that's for just general flea worming appointments or for more extensive things such as higher end operations, more than just your spaying and neutering. As a result, we do see an increase in animals coming to us because people couldn't afford veterinary procedures. A lot of times they are urgent and need immediate attention. Recently, we've had dogs in that have needed amputations that the owners couldn't afford. We've taken in a few strays that we've discovered have had veterinary requirements after taking them in. Puppies with urinary issues, French bulldogs often with genetic conditions that require treatment and long-term care, as well as your typical older dogs that need a bit more TLC, joint supplements, and the such. All of this is on top of your day-to-day fleeing and worming, as well as routine operations such as spaying and neutering. It's all gone up in price. So a lot of people find that really hard to manage with if they've got other struggles, other bills in life that are catching up on them as well. As well as that, we have all the usual needs and requirements for rehoming, whether that is illness, people passing away, unfortunately, like say stray animals, which we will take in from the council and pounds as and when required, and the changing conditions. So all of these things that were already there in the background have been made that much worse by the cost of living and veterinary fees as well.
And finally, what are your hopes for the future here at the shelter?
So for the future, we aim to continue as we are, but to push out into the wider community, help more animals, not only find homes, but also develop the people and the staff that work with us, help provide a community for our volunteers that help us each and every day, and plan to continue to develop our standards, looking to be one of the best and standard-setting rescues in South Yorkshire, if not the wider Yorkshire Humberside area. So that's where we want to be, is the pinnacle of animal care while rehoming and rehabilitating.
Tell me who we have here.
So this is Callie. As you can tell, she is a super friendly girl. She has been with us for quite a while. She came into us through a little bit of a complication with their owners, and I think they took her off of someone else initially as well. They had another French bulldog in the house that she wasn't getting on with, and that's the original reason why the pair came into us. As we did query as to why, she was really struggling on her back legs, and it was kind of a we don't know, we can't afford to investigate sort of situation. She originally came into us struggling to walk on her back end, and also with quite a lot of incontinence and toileting troubles. Since she came to us, we went through an extensive period of trying to figure out what's going on with her, with the vets. She had x-rays and an MRI scan, and it's only at that point, after that lengthy procedure, that we found out that she actually had a narrowing in her spinal cord, probably genetic from overbreeding or just bad genetics in general, that led to the pinching of the nerves in her back. which meant that the I know that her back leg control was rather weak. She struggled to maintain balance, and that was what was causing the incontinence as well. Since then, though, we've managed to get it under control with her medication. So the medication controls her incontinence, and also has given her quite a lot more control over her back legs than what she had originally. And as you can tell, she's thriving and really enjoying herself. But Callie's been with us for over a year now, and as you can tell, she's super, super friendly and just enjoys being with people, playing and going for walks. And we really wanted to use it as an opportunity to sort of say, this is Callie. And she would make an amazing family pet for almost any family. We would cover the cost of her veterinary bills moving forward for this condition. And I can't see why anyone hasn't really come forward to her, other than the fact that obviously when you bring up that there is a veterinary condition, it does spook a lot of people because of the associated bills. We as Mayflower do try to provide ongoing support for paying for ongoing veterinary bills, if the new owners would require that. And we'd be happy to do that for any person coming forward to look for Callie. It's one of the reasons why we like to set ourselves out there as, like I say, a premier rescue, if you will, because we do provide that ongoing support for lovely dogs that do need to be in homes, eh? Oh, yes.
It's his body.